Cells are the basic building blocks of life. Everything from this slime mold to this slimy hippopotamus is made of cells. But what's inside a cell? And what makes different types special? Let's find out together in this episode all about the cell. If we use a microscope to zoom way in, you'll notice that this onion is made up of many smaller units. These units are cells. Cells can stand alone to make up the most simple of organisms, or they can work together to support organisms larger and more complex. Our human bodies contain more than 200 distinct cell types, and the total cell count is in the trillions. All cells fit into one of two categories. You have prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. In the three domains of life, prokaryotes can be bacteria and archaea. They're mostly unicellular, which means that they are single-celled organisms. There are a few exceptions, like this slime mold. Most of its life is spent as an independent, single-celled amoeba, but when food is scarce, thousands of individual cells join together to act like a multicellular slug. Is that technically multicellular? Unless you're using a microscope, you're unlikely to see prokaryotic cells just hanging out. But the eukaryotic cells make up pretty much every living thing that you see every day. These plants, birds, tortoise, and even these giraffes are eukaryotes, and all fit in the last domain, eukarya. Eukaryotes can be multicellular, like all of the examples we've just mentioned, or unicellular, like some of these organisms found in a sample of pond water I collected. All cells, both prokaryotic and eukaryotic, share these four things: have DNA, or genetic material, contain ribosomes, which make proteins, contain cytoplasm, the jelly-like fluid inside cells, and have a cell membrane, which controls what comes in and what goes out of cells. Eukaryotic cells are more complex than prokaryotic cells. They have a defined nucleus, usually near the center of the cell. We can observe this back with our onion cells, and then again here with the skin cells from the inside of my cheek. Prokaryotic cells don't have a defined nucleus. Their name actually means pre-nucleus. Because of this, prokaryotes have their piece of DNA just sort of hanging out in the main compartment with everything else, like your messy friend's room. Everything is just there, everywhere, existing. The bacteria found in this yogurt are prokaryotes. Eukaryotes are the opposite. They are like the tidy friend, the one who makes sure to put everything where it belongs, back in the closet and in the drawers or compartments. This compartmentalization allows eukaryotic cells to develop more complex cellular processes than prokaryotes. If you're still here liking this video, let us know, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Eukaryotes have special parts that perform a variety of functions, including replicating genetic information, processing and releasing energy, and destroying and digesting materials. These special parts are called organelles. Let's take a look at each type of organelle and the job it performs for the cell. The nucleus is the control center of the cell that contains DNA. DNA dictates what the cell is going to do and how it's going to do it. Remember the dark areas in the cells we observed earlier? The nucleus also contains a nucleolus, which is a structure where ribosomes are assembled. Ribosomes have the important job of synthesizing or making proteins. Proteins are really important. They are found in most structural components of the cell, and they're also a major part of reactions that happen within the cell. Outside the nucleus, the ribosomes and the rest of the organelles float around in the cytoplasm, which is the jelly-like substance that fills the cell.
Cytoplasm.
Ribosomes may wander freely within the cytoplasm or attach to the endoplasmic reticulum, sometimes abbreviated as ER. But when you're speaking, don't abbreviate it, because how fun is it to say endoplasmic reticulum? This is the cell's manufacturing and transport facility. The endoplasmic reticulum is a membrane-enclosed passageway for transporting materials such as the protein synthesized by ribosomes. Proteins and other materials emerge from the endoplasmic reticulum in small vesicles, where the Golgi apparatus, sometimes called the Golgi body, receives them. As proteins move through, they're customized into forms the cell can use. It's like a shipping facility that modifies, sorts, and packages proteins and other materials from the endoplasmic reticulum into vesicles for distribution. During a process called cellular respiration, the mitochondria, these guys right here, make ATP molecules that provide the energy for all the cell's activities. Like your cell's barista. Well, not exactly, but you get it. Cells that need more energy, like muscle cells, have more mitochondria. Lysosomes are only found in animal cells. They contain digestive enzymes to break down food, cell waste, and foreign particles that enter the cell, such as bacteria and viruses. Lysosomes digest and destroy dead cells or old cell parts, as well as recycle material to make other cells. They're busy. If the lysosome pops, those digestive enzymes go throughout the cell, dissolving the cell in a process called apoptosis. Vacuoles are temporary membrane-bound storage containers for the cell. They store and transport water, food, and waste. The cell membrane is a semi-permeable outer layer that holds the cell together and regulates what enters and exits the cell. This bubble is a good way to visualize a cell membrane. A cell membrane can move around, is flexible, and can allow materials to pass across it without breaking. Plant and animal cells are very similar, but plants have specialized structures to support the fact that they can't just get up and move around, and have specific energy needs. I know you're probably shocked to hear that plants don't have skeletons. Not on the outside like insects, or on the inside like this elephant. So where do plants get structure and support? Plant cells feature a rigid outer cell wall made of cellulose and lignin. This protects the cell, gives it shape, and provides structural rigidity to leaves, roots, and stems. Animals consume or ingest food for energy, but plants produce their own. Chloroplasts are specialized organelles that contain the green pigment chlorophyll, which are why most plants are green. They perform photosynthesis, converting solar energy, water, and carbon dioxide into chemical energy and oxygen. While animal cells contain small vacuoles used for transporting material, plant cells feature a large central vacuole. This structure stores water and nutrients, manages waste exports, and generates turgor pressure against the cell wall to keep the plant rigid and upright. Kind of like when you fill a water balloon. When water is scarce, turgor pressure drops, causing the plant to wilt and look really sad. Centrioles are barrel-shaped organelles found only in animal cells. They play a crucial role in cell division and are found here next to the nucleus. So whether you're observing simple prokaryotes that kind of look like a messy suitcase or organized eukaryotes under a microscope, you have to admit, cells have a lot going on. Thanks to cells, we get to live and enjoy all the other living stuff too, like these cute capybaras. And if you want to learn even more science, you can check out this video next. Like your cell's barista. Yeah.